Thank you, everybody. And won't we be glad when these masks are gone? Yes. Thank you, Dr. Poyman and the Texas Alliance for Life. It's great to have Abby Johnson with us. What a privilege. Yes, I'm Dr. Donna Campbell, and I am honored to be your state senator. Welcome to all of you who are listening or watching remotely. It's great to have you. We've got voices of support behind us. Yes, there are some in front, outside the Capitol that are for abortion, but the blessing of perseverance is success, and we will win the battle to protect innocent life. But it's always a great privilege to stand with you in our battle to protect this innocent life. For years, you all have been great champions pushing back against the tidal wave of abortion. You know, during the Trump administration, we had a strong ally in the White House, and the number of abortions dropped to a 10-year low. But still, in 2019, an estimated 55,000 unborn children were killed by legal abortion in Texas. That means about 200 unborn babies were killed each day in our state. This political season has been very difficult, disturbing, and very disappointing. And as the new administration takes control of Washington, the funding of abortions will be at the forefront of their agenda. I'm concerned that the funding for these abortions will be extended and U.S. taxpayer dollars will be paying for abortions around the world. This is a critically important time for those of us who are committed to protecting the unborn. You know, it's easy in a time like this to grow tired and wonder if the fight is really worth the effort. There is no time to retreat, to turn our back on the battle and lose sight of the real goal. We cannot be dejected, defeated, and we cannot abandon the cause of life. We must be the voice for those who cannot speak. We've got to fight back and redouble our efforts to save unborn children. There are several critical areas in which we can successfully continue our work. Some of them will be very up close and personal. Others will be statewide and even national. You know, several years ago, one of my pastors attended a conference in D.C. And when he was there, a group of his friends were in the lobby of a downtown hotel discussing the onslaught of abortions in America. And one of his fellow pastors interrupted the meeting and looked squarely into the eyes of his friends and said, you know, we can't ask desperate women not to abort their baby unless we're willing to help her. Well, my pastor, as well as some others, returned home with that statement just flooding his thoughts. He put that thought into action, and in less than a year, the church had developed a program to help women save their babies. They developed a fully licensed adoption agency and placed hundreds of babies who could have been aborted into loving homes. And that was just one church that I know that story. Now we know Sanctuary of Hope, that's supported by Pastor Hagee Ministries in San Antonio, is doing the same thing. But this battle could be won, and it could be won right now if all of the churches join forces and join the defense of the unborn. And I ask, really, why is that not the case, right? What if all the leaders of the churches said clearly from the pulpit, do not vote for anyone who believes in abortion? And the counter, what if everybody who hears that message would agree and follow the church leadership? What effect would that have? Think about that, the effect that that could have. We could end abortion now. There are many other ways to win the battle against abortion. The pro-life movement has always developed creative strategies. We've got to continue support to the Texas Alliance for Life organization with our money and effort to ensure that the message stays strong. For years, the Texas Alliance for Life has been the strongest voice out there for life in our state and around the country. This organization, and I know firsthand, they work day and night in helping to pass pro-life legislation. I passed SB 22 last session, but couldn't have passed it without their help. This bill prevented over $1 million taxpayer dollars from going to fund abortions. Now, Austin's found a loophole around some of those dollars indirectly, but we're coming back to block that. You know, it's our values and our faith that make us who we are as people, that make us who we are as Texans. We've got to support the elected officials who take stands for life. And you know, it's not always easy to take a stand. The pressure that comes from many sides to compromise, look the other way, or just get along with all those who support abortion, it can be difficult. Okay, who said, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Yes, that's all God. Each baby has unique DNA. The baby is a unique life. You know, as a doctor, I am held responsible to any medications that I prescribe during pregnancy for anything that can harm the baby. Yet, abortion is legal? I say, woe to the man who destroys the life that God created. We must find, develop, and support strong men and women who will run for office and stand strong against abortion. This next year, those who stand for life could flip the U.S. Congress and put it back in the hands of those who will protect the unborn. Right, Abby? We must aggressively seek and encourage courageous, wealthy individuals who will target their resources to save the lives of the unborn babies. You know, this is a growing strategy with those who believe and promote abortion. They put their dollars where their actions are. During the last election, powerful, wealthy people used their money to help some of the most radical men and women get elected. And now those people hold elected office and they're champions for abortion. Most importantly, we've got to realize we are in a real battle. And those are horns that are honking for pro-life. They are for us. They are for life. But most importantly, we've got to realize we are in a real battle, a spiritual battle. This is about dark and light. Throughout history, there have been forces of darkness who seek to exploit, enslave, and ultimately kill children. Today, the abortionists are leaders of these dark forces. But we will win this battle if we do not grow weary and we do not quit. After all, we are fighting for life, and it's a life that was created by God. Again, it's my privilege to stand with you to help protect life. Thank you for all you do that makes Texas great. Together we can keep Texas strong. And why do we need to keep Texas strong? Because, folks, there's not another Texas to move to. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our veterans, our troops. Stay safe out there. Doctor's orders.